Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This essay is called One Reason We're Doomed. It summarizes the extensive set of exchanges I had with ChatGPT and with Gemini, that's Google. When querying anything that's even vaguely political, I have now come to much prefer ChatGPT to Google/Gemini. While ChatGPT is modestly liberal, it's assiduously fair-minded, as opposed to Google/Gemini's ever insisting that left is always right. Well, here is the essence of the exchanges. The familiar claim that technology ultimately creates more jobs than it destroys is false in the age of artificial intelligence. Yes, AI, and eventually artificial general intelligence, AGI, and artificial superintelligence, ASI, will eliminate more jobs, but also because that's atop several powerful other converging forces. Examples: remote workers available inexpensively worldwide, rising government-imposed costs to employers, which is pricing many millions of potential workers out of employment. Perhaps even more potent, the zeitgeist increasingly prizes egalitarian outcomes over excellence. Together, those vectors dramatically accelerate employers' incentive to invest in technology rather than in people. To attempt to mitigate the short-term damage, political pressure is already mounting for, quote, fixes: higher minimum wage, expanded employer-funded health care, aggressive unionization, more taxpayer-paid jobs in the mold of FDR's Work Projects Administration, and eventually, universal basic income. Given the many millions of Americans to be displaced thereof, addressing them requires massive fundings. Politically, that can come only from corporations and higher earners, even though the top 1% already shoulder 40.4% of the income tax burden, and the top 25%, earning about $93,000 and above, pay 80% of the income taxes. Such short-term so-called fixes consume our seed corn, that's the capital needed to grow sustainable jobs. By further taxing producers, middle and higher income individuals and corporations, we reduce their capacity to innovate in crucial areas such as energy, medicine, and yes, generative AI. The latter is perhaps surprisingly tragic in that advanced AI could democratize access to high-quality knowledge and teach critical thinking better than any tool to date. As the tax burden grows, corporations and wealthy individuals are already fleeing to less taxed jurisdictions. That trend will accelerate. And as economic viability contracts, poverty and misery will rise. We will see a proliferation of systemic failures, healthcare collapses, widespread depression, erosion of the work ethic, substance abuse and its sequelae, that is, vehicle accidents, fractured families, and among the violence-prone, more of what is sanitizingly labeled civil unrest. The public will thus demand ever greater redistribution, perhaps even one world government. At best, given the billions of people worldwide who live at destitution level, that would produce marginally improved but still near destitute existence for them. Think barely survivable housing, food, transportation, energy, education, law enforcement, and healthcare, and dramatically worse quality of life for those who will pay, the people in countries and companies in developed countries. The result, a worldwide gray life of, for most, barely survivable essentials that will make many former middle-class people view Soviet-era vodka-dulled, hours-long breadlines as preferable. Such bleak conditions will spawn modern-day charismatic Hitlers, who will try to gain power but be unlikely to sustain true progress, accelerating the collapse. The collapse also increases the likelihood of state and non-state actors, or even a lone wolf, deploying weapons of mass destruction. Advances in biotechnology and delivery systems make it conceivable that a single actor could, in protest or a power grab, simultaneously in population centers around the world, remotely release an airborne, highly transmissible pathogen, perhaps a lab-engineered variant against which no vaccine could be developed before much of the world's population dies. And so the world ends. not because of some distant climate catastrophe, but earlier, through cascading socioeconomic collapse and human malice, amplified by powerful technology. Long before climate change threatens the planet, we will have dismantled ourselves. In any event, that essay is One Reason We're Doomed. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel, and certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 36 books. Probably the most relevant is A Dose of Reality, but all 36 are on Amazon. In any event, I thank you for watching. I'm Marty Nemko.